Hello everyone, I just thought it'd be good for me to give you a quick video about the Unit 3 individual project. So I just have our class open. I click on assignment list. It kind of just shows what's due every week. And when you get over here to Unit 3 individual project, I just want to click on that. Gives you a description of what's going on here. This is worth 50 points possible. And you have one submission. So you basically just get one chance to do this. And what you're doing is downloading an Excel file. So you click right here at the bottom, that will open up the Excel file. I've already got it open. I just want to caution you, typically when you open it, it'll look kind of more like this, like it won't maximize your screen. So you want to make sure that you maximize it so it fits your entire screen, because that way you're able to see the tabs at the bottom, which is very important. So you want to make sure that you realize that there are three specific problems in this particular Excel file. And so with each of the tabs, what you're doing is going in and filling out what is in the pinkish or orangish, whatever shaded color that is. And I want you to notice when you click on this, there's a drop down. So basically with this one here for letter A, this is on the fourth day of the month, we purchased a building for cash, $75,000. And so that would be a debit to something for $75,000, right? Debit to building for 75. So I'm kind of giving you this one. And then a credit to cash, right? Because we paid cash. And so we credit cash for $75,000. So that's what you do. So I gave you letter A as a gimme, but then what you're doing is doing the exact same thing for B through E. And then like letter B, it mentions here the fourth day of the month. So you want to make sure you type in the proper date right here or drop in the note there for the right date. And the month is December, as you can tell. So on December 4th. So make sure you drop that in there and include that. Anything that's pink shaded, orange shaded, whatever color that is, you need to just drop that in and fill that out. And then obviously if something's blank and you should have filled it out, I'll have to take a point or so off for that when I do the grading. And then the second tab is posting of T accounts. And all you're really doing here is matching the letters. So you've got letters A through F. Each letter is telling you about a specific transaction. And it says here for letter A, purchased merchandise inventory on account. So kind of think through that journal entry. We buy inventory on account. So that means I receive the inventory today and I pay for it later, right? I'm going to pay for it at some point in the future. So letter A would be an increase to inventory right here. So you can see the numbers right here too. So that's even a good giveaway. The $9,900 is right there. So that would just simply be letter A. So just type in letter A. There's no drop in for this one. You're just typing in the letter. And then the other side of that, that was the debit side. The credit side is the credit to accounts payable for $99,900. So that's all you're doing. You're just literally dropping in the letters because everything else is taken care of for you. So it's just basically identifying these transactions and where they show up in the T accounts and then entering the appropriate letter. That's all we're doing. And the last tab is an example of the accounting worksheet. And it's when you kind of recognize what the worksheet does. And we're making it pretty simple. We're giving you the trial balance here. But unfortunately, it's not a great problem because there's no adjustments or adjusted trial balance here. So I mean, I wish there was, but this is the problem that we inherited. So this is the problem that I need to give to you. But again, what you're doing is just coming over to the right, filling in the shaded cells. And really, the main point of this exercise is to recognize, depending on the account over on the left, that determines if it's balance sheet or income statement. So kind of remember what's on the income statement, it's revenues less expenses. And also remember what's on the balance sheet, it's asset, liability, and equity. So it's just a matter of kind of remembering that. The week 3 chat, I go through a really good example. So I'll give you a great example in the chat for week 3 that'll really be good for this one. But so basically, we cash is a balance sheet item, so it goes to here in the shade. All you're really doing is just replicating the numbers. Okay, that's all you're doing. I'll give you the revenue one right here, service revenue of 105. That's 105 right here. And then the numbers just fill in automatically for us. At the bottom here are subtotals, and those will automatically complete for us. So it's really just moving these numbers from the left to the right in the appropriate shaded cells. So should not be a hard one. Should be, to me, fairly straightforward. It's literally just moving numbers over, and you'll get the points. So with the T accounts, it's just dropping the letters. With the journal entries, it's choosing the proper drop down. When you click in here, choosing the proper drop down. If you do those things, it's worth 50 points in total. When I do the grading, I'll be sure to give you some feedback. If you got it all right, I'll give you the big thumbs up. If you happen to miss a few things, I'll point those out in the grading feedback. And I will also give you a link to the answer sheet. I post it in a Dropbox account, and then I'll give you the link to the answer sheet there. And so I just want to recognize that there's a hard due date for this, and if you miss the due date, you can still turn it in. But if you miss the due date, there'd be a 10% penalty. So I just want everybody to know that. So let's just say you did this and you got 40 points. I would take 10% of that off to give you 36 points. So just FYI. So you do all you can to make sure you hit the due date. Always on a Wednesday at midnight Central. But if you are later than that, I will take 10% off. As always, if you have questions with this kind of assignment or anything in our class at all, please let me know. Message me is probably the quickest way to get a hold of me. Feel free to email me also. Thank you very much.